You know what it is.
237.
No place like home.
Of course, you got to catch us on the stoop.
On the stoop, baby. And this week, cuzzo, today.
Not today.
Not today?
Yeah.
Today, we got, well, by the way of the A, but you know what I'm saying? Harlem's own.
Big Harlem.
Oh, there we go.
Big Harlem. You know what I'm trying to say? Cause you,
Alright. And Harlem not that.
Harlem
not
ain't about this big, brother.
Nah, but you know what? It's impact over, you know what I mean? Geography. You feel me?
Well, let him tell him who from Harlem.
Hey, yo, Ash Cash, the financial motivator, a.k.a. the hip-hop financial advisor. Big Harlem in the building, BK all day. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of love. It's a lot of love. It's
You
New
feel me?
York. It's a lot of New York.
Yeah.
That's a lot of New York.
1,000,
Harlem, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Especially Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy, do or die. My wife, see, look, my wife from Bed-Stuy, though.
Ah! Tell your wife I said, yo, do or
salute,
die.
you know what I mean?
Do
Salute
or
me.
die.
Do or die, Bed-Stuy. So, you feel me? I did what was right. You know what I'm saying?
You're a good guy.
Yes, sir.
You're a good guy.
Yes, sir.
Now, before we do you partake in an adult beverage?
I don't.
You don't. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You want some water?
Yeah, I take some. Yeah,
We don't want you going back talking about those BK guys.
Nah, it's all good though. No.
You know what I'm saying? We want to show some
I
love.
appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? Because until they sit down and do something.
Yo, I got to send y'all a case, so I got my own water though. I got to send y'all a case. It's called abundance water, so I got you for real.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate
natural spring water and all that. Yeah.
Alkaline?
Yeah, alkaline. Yep.
Oh.
Naturally alkaline, 7.4, I believe. Yeah. So.
But what's the name of the water again?
It's called abundance water. Abundance H2O.
Now we need again. You know, with so many health issues going on in our community.
For sure.
These things are essential.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
1,000%.
You know, we need that.
1,000.
Now let me ask you, because you know Harlem.
Yes, sir.
You know, Harlem and every neighborhood.
Yeah.
All our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We so very similar with some of the stories, some of the way we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Harlem.
Yeah.
Back when you was growing up.
Yeah.
We grew up in the tenement houses.
I grew up in the projects.
Okay.
Yeah. So St. Nicholas Projects on 29th and 8th. You know what I mean? I grew up in the 90s, so crack era. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, in the words of the Honorable Sean Carter, I remember vividly what these streets did to me. You know what I'm saying? So picture me letting these clowns there picking me. So I grew up in the projects. So I grew up in the projects. I grew up in roaches and rats for real. You know what I'm saying? So like where my building was, there was the garbage disposal was right behind there, and I lived on the first floor, so 2406.
That's rat.
Apartment 1A. So I'm talking about rats before NY had a rat problem. Like I had a rat problem. You know what I'm saying? So I remember vividly growing up in the hood, single parent home. I'm the youngest of three, so my mom raised three of us, hustling all my life. So right across the street from my building was Bravo's supermarket. So packing bags. So like now, kids don't pack bags. It's adults do it. You feel me? But like back in the day, it was the kids that did it. So I packing bags on across the street, running back across the street on the first floor, giving my mother money. To then just going to 105th Street, selling mixtapes and T-shirts and all that. So I've been hustling all my life.
That's that Harlem mentality.
Yes, sir. All the hustlers.
All the hustlers.
Yeah.
They deal with a lot of money in Harlem. So I think that's why you financially, that's what you want to do. Because you've been around money in Harlem, well, seeing it rather.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, people try to sit down and say, at what age? We ain't going to do the what age.
Yeah.
Because there had to be something, a time, because we're going to say when.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When did you say, financial?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what was the pivotal point to make you
want to treat money better?
Yeah, because I still got a problem with credit. I always, I come from the cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like credit. I'm still trying. I'm old. You see all this silver. I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to still figure out the whole credit thing.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest misconception that we have in our community is that there's ever a point that you got it together. You never get it together.
Gotcha.
Never. And I think that's our biggest issue, where we think that because we don't got it together, there's something wrong with us, so we stop trying. We just say, I'm good. When there's multi-millionaires right now living paycheck to paycheck. They one mistake. They over leveraged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And because they over leveraged, their credit is bad too.
Yes.
And so for me, I think a couple of things is when I got serious about working, it was still trial and error for me, right? I started working at the bank. I was 19. I started as a teller. I did everything from teller to personal banker, private banker. But even throughout that journey, right? Like nobody taught me about money, and so even while working in a bank, I still had challenges with credit. I still had challenges trying to manage money. I remember back in 2010, 2011 was the first time I jumped out like full. I want to be an entrepreneur. Left a six-figure job to write books and to be to do what I'm doing now. And I almost fell flat on my face. I became a homeowner. My wife and I bought our first home 25. I think she was 24, I was 25. But then you fast forward 4 or 5 years later, I'm taking I don't have rich uncles, so I'm taking a bet on myself to become an entrepreneur. We almost went through foreclosure.
Yeah.
I work in a bank, and I almost went through foreclosure. So I think that money is it's something that you work on consistently, right? You don't walk out your house and say, yo, I'm about to leave the house, so let me get fresh and jump in the shower, then come back in the house and say I took a shower. Nah, like if you get dirty again, jump. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a constant rotation of taking a shower. You know what I'm saying? And I use that analogy because that's the same with money. Like there isn't this goalpost where, all right, I've made it, and now I don't. Nah, like you
Bills
constantly
right. You gotta
bills keeps coming.
Yes.
The economy is gonna change. How like as an entrepreneur, how I was getting money 2 years ago is shifted.
Yeah.
So now I'm in that stage where I'm like, I bet like money was coming in fast 2 years ago. So now I got to figure out, all right, what's the new way that I maneuver and pivot who I am though. I'm not changing who I am.
Yeah, of course.
But how do I pivot who I am into what becomes the next lucrative thing? So it's a constant,
gotta evolve.
movement. Absolutely.
Yeah. Gotta evolve.
And you're dealing with inflation in the world, cause goddamn.
Yeah, like inflation crazy. Cause even coming down here, like I live in the A now, and I got this one hotel. It's right on Times Square. I'm like, yo, I stay here all the time, and I said, bro, I couldn't have been paying this last time I was here. like the price almost doubled, and I'm like, yo, I'm not paying that. I'm not. And I had to look back in my statement like, yo, bro, how they doubled the price? But inflation is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's real. Yeah. It's real. And it is, because, we talk about this all the time. Like, we go to school.
Yeah.
And, in school, they prepare you for a job.
Yeah.
They that whole setting is preparing you for a job. But yet they don't teach you about what a 401k is.
Yeah.
They don't teach you what a pension is. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So with that, you aren't teaching me the keys to success.
Yeah.
You aren't teaching me what I need to know when it comes to after this job.
Yeah.
You're not teaching me none of that.
Yeah.
But you're teaching me I need to be on time.
Yeah.
So that now when I go to work, I'm on time.
Yeah.
You're teaching me how to be in work within a controlled environment.
Yeah.
So those things are preparing you for, either going to work, or you going
for failure
to their other place.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So our thing was like, yo, what's up? Let's change some of the curriculum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to people that look like us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, black and brown people never had those classes, and when we was growing up, a lot of our people was hustling.
Right.
So they didn't have a 401k. They didn't. It's a blessing that Nas started that health thing for rappers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like these things, like you wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
How many basketball players, they had a hell of a jump shot, but they broke.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't teach you some of the things that you needed to know. You're giving an 18-year-old $50 million.
Exactly.
What an 18-year-old gonna do?
But I think it perpetuates. The system is working the way they want the system to work, though. When you think about, especially us as black folk, we are the biggest consumers on the planet, and we own next to nothing. And so, yes, they want to give you a lot of money, so that way you can spend that money and circulate that money with their businesses, right? I don't think there was ever an intention to teach us about 401ks, to teach us how to save our money. Because think about it, when the economy is is when the media tells us the economy is bad, what are they really saying? Are they saying to you the economy is bad because there's no more money left, or are they saying the economy is bad because nobody's spending?
It always sounds like spending,
right?
Yeah.
So think about that for a second. So if I have money, and us as a collective decide to save our money, you know what? I ain't gonna spend no money. I'm gonna save this money. CNN, CNBC, MSNBC are gonna report an inflation or recession. Nobody's spending, right? And so they're gonna pretend like there's an issue where there's really no issue. We're just making smarter decisions, right? And so ultimately, when they have a think about when the pandemic happened and they gave us stimulus. They gave us the stimulus not to save money. They said, please go out and spend. So that way you can stimulate the economy.
And boy, they did.
Right? And so think about that. That's the system, right? And so if we listen to the system that is set up for us to be consumers, there's 4 types of people in the world. You got consumers, producers, investors, and philanthropists. Right? And so we shouldn't all just be consuming. We should be producing stuff too. Right? That's how the money gets circulated. We should be investing in businesses and in the market, things of that, so we become owners. Right? It's all right if I'm gonna wear some Louis, but do our own stock in Louis Vuitton.
I like your shirt and tie too.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Your hat and tie. I'm sorry.
You feel me? You feel me? Like you gotta represent, right? You gotta have your own brand. And so not only I'm a consumer, but I'm also a producer, right? I'm gonna produce as well. I'm gonna invest in other businesses, and I'm also gonna do give back. I'm gonna give away, and that's the full cycle. That's how you circulate money, right? That's why a lot of in our neighborhood we like, the money it only stays for 6 hours. Why? Because we only consumers, and so we make the money and then we consume, but because nobody in our neighborhood is producing anything, because nobody's starting businesses that we can invest in, because we're not giving back, that money comes in our hand and it goes back out. But if we learned, and they're not going to teach us it in school though, right? The system is going to work the way it's supposed to work. So that's why it's on us. This is why I do the work that I do, right? It's on us for us to say, yo, I know the system jacked up. So let me do it in a way that my people, right? This is why I write books, right? So I started this whole thing called Hip Hoponomics. Hip Hoponomics is just literally just taking what we know, which is hip hop, and what I know, which is finance, and let me just put hip hop and finance together, right?
We outside.
Yeah.
Talking too much about the system.
You know what I mean? Look, we was talking too much about the system. They say, yo, throw a little something in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's why I created Hip Hoponomics, right? When Nipsey Hussle, right, says we integrated vertically, right? Yo, that's an MBA term. That's a master's level term. Like, what is vertical integration? Well, we keep hearing about multiple streams of income. It doesn't mean start multiple businesses. Multiple streams of income says, I'm going to take the one thing that I'm doing and I'm going to integrate vertically. I'm going to create other things from that. So what does that mean? 237 is the podcast, is the brand. So I'm going to integrate vertically. Yo, while we on the podcast, we going to have our own shirts, right? So we going to have merch so people could buy that. You know what? We're gonna get our own water, right? We're gonna get our own beverage, adult beverage, and that's what we're gonna support, right? We like every time somebody comes on here and they teaching knowledge, we're gonna create our own curriculums, right? Based on what if you just enjoyed this episode of 237, I need y'all to hit the link in the bio. We got a how-to finance guide with Ash Cash. We got a how-to break into the music business with such and such. We got right. And so that's vertical integration, because I'm not taking you away from what you do. You're doing what you're doing, and let's integrate that. Let's create different verticals, right? Within that. That's what Nipsey Hussle was talking about. And so I write the book Hustlenomics to take his lyrics and now make it make sense, right? And so it's up to us. We got to be the ones that take the knowledge that we learn and really teach the community.
Show them people that's looking.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, because even when the Jay-Z joint, you know what I'm saying, Jay drops a lot of jewels also, and unless you are of a certain mindset,
correct,
you know what I'm saying, it may go over your head.
Yeah,
because it's crazy. I never really was the guy that's put money in the bank. I actually had a check one time, and I put it in the bank.
Yeah.
I've never had a banker want to talk to me. The guy wanted to talk to me. He was like, yo, let me ask you a question. So I'm sitting there like, what you want to ask me, my man? I was like, this is my money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, no, I want to talk to you about, because, we over here in our neighborhood, they got a lot of Jews over here.
Right.
So some of the banks the Jews go to, they got trusts. So he's schooling me, but not really putting me on to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's giving me little bits of it, but he ain't really dropping jewel on me, because he like, yo, you got this money in the bank. He was like, yo, you could sit down and put it in a trust.
Yep.
And, you could be the trustee, or so but he's not telling me all the nuance.
He was scared though. You know what I'm saying? You the color that's supposed to be knowing that.
So there's so many ways, even when it comes to housing.
Yeah.
We've gotten the short end of the stick on some of the housing moves. When they were redlining.
A lot of them.
You know what I'm saying? Because they still redline.
Facts. Yeah.
So Bed-Stuy, Harlem.
Yeah.
People that don't understand when they was giving those $1.
Facts. $1 brownstones.
Those people that actually was afforded to keep those properties, they're multimillionaires.
1,000%. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think when they, old saying, never sell grandma's house. I think a lot of people don't really understand the aspect of it. You don't have to sell a house to get money,
right?
Or utilize it as leverage as capital to get capital,
right?
But they sell a house and now you renting somewhere,
right?
Or you had to move.
But think about and it's so complex though, right?
Yeah.
Because think about this though. Think about grandma buys her house for $30,000.
Yes.
That house appreciates to millions of dollars, right? Or even let's say the house appreciates to $1 million. Yes. What happens though with gentrification is that now these new people come into the neighborhood and they run the prices up. And so now the house that grandma owns used to be $1 million, now it's worth $2 million, $3 million. But there's property tax that the family can't afford the property tax on $3 million. They could probably afford the property tax on $30,000, which is again another part of this systematic thing that is purposely put into the system to make sure that we don't properly build wealth, right? And so understanding, you know what, we gonna do life insurance, right? We gonna take life insurance on the whole family, so that when grandma passes or whatever, we have a trust. Right, we have a family bank where it's worth X amount of money, and so now when the house gets passed down, there's enough money in the trust. Right, so there's these things that we also have to learn that you know what I'm saying, in order to do that for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's when you look at it, again, I don't know nobody's situation. You know what I mean, and of course, you some things you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that need to understand that there are ways, again, renting out, you know what I'm saying, to sit down and subsidize some of those property taxes.
Yeah.
Especially when the neighborhood starts to gentrify, there are ways to do it without selling the house.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah,
you know what I'm
1000%, yeah.
So it's definitely, golly, it's big money talk.
Yeah, big money talk.
Big money talk. God damn, like,
you know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, I
want him to let everybody know where you can find his books, his merch.
Because vertical,
And I mean, no, but think about it, right? You talk about whole, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. That's exactly the reason I wrote the Wake Up Call. So when Jay dropped the 444 album, people love gossip, and so 20% of that album was him cheating on Beyonce, the elevator fight, and all that. But 80% of the album, he was giving you game. 80% he was talking about credit. He's talking about, don't go to the strip club, right? Go, invest in credit. He talking about, Dumbo. If I would have invested in Dumbo, I'd have Y'all had all this bread.
Y'all
when he talk about
money to the ends,
put money in it, you know what I'm trying to say? And so he talk about wills and trust. So he's talking about all these things. And so for me, I felt like, yo, he's dropping all of the what you need to do, but he's not really telling us how to do it. So as a financial educator, right, he threw the alley.
That's right. Come on, Shaq.
That's what
Bring it home, baby.
You dunking that or laying it in?
Yo, I'm dunking that.
No
360 and all that. You feel me? 360. You know what I'm trying to say? You feel me? No Pat Ewing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Facts, though. Facts. Yeah.
Yo, Ewan, I love you, baby. I
Respectfully, yes, sir.
It is what it is, though.
Should have dunked that.
30 years later, you should have dunked that.
7-footer, B. Respectfully. Because I respect but 7-footer.
Listen. All I'm going
Starters
to say
for life, B. Jalen Brunson, B. See what you gonna do, B.
Oh yeah, well.
I'm saying we got another shot.
We got a hell of a shot.
We got a hell of a shot. Hell of a shot.
So, you know, NBA starting October, baby. We got
a hell of a shot, B.
Yes. Bring that home.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
In your talks.
Yep.
Do you talk to people? What's more important? Saving money or establishing their credit, building their credit?
Oh, that's a good question. So, the question is, what's more important, saving or establishing credit? So I have a saying: abundance is your birthright, which means and is better than or, right? And so I would say that they all have to work in tandem. You gotta save. You have to get your credit right. You have to invest. Right, if I were to choose 3 things that you have to do, that's the holy trinity. You gotta save, you gotta get your credit right, you gotta invest. Why? Because saving, you cannot save your way to wealth. You cannot. Right? Savings is gonna help you get the money and the capital needed to invest. Right? Anybody who's ever built wealth, they built it through investing. Whether it's investing in the stock market, investing in real estate, investing in businesses, like you have to invest in order to multiply your money. So you have to save in order to invest, and investments help you build that wealth. But then from a credit perspective, a lot of us don't understand how credit can help us build wealth. Right? So if you got good credit, then you could refinance grandma's house. Yes. Right, so now she bought it for $30,000. It's worth $1 million. If you got good credit, you could refinance that house and now take some of that money, fix it up, and then rent it out. And then now the people who are gentrifying the neighborhood, you rent out to them. That rent you take to pay back off the loan that you have. Now you have cash flow coming in, and you still preserve mama's house.
Yes.
Don't let that go over your head.
So this is my second question. How soon should someone start working on their credit? Because for me,
never too late.
My credit score is in the upper 7.
Yep.
Right? But they still consider me a bad credit because just like him, I always been a cash person.
Yeah.
But my credit is good.
Yep.
But I still get
penalized.
I still get held back from.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So you got to think about it this way. So the answer though is ASAP Rocky featuring Rihanna. You got to start ASAP, right? But the thing is though is that's why we got to understand credit, right? So I say 35, 30, 15, 10, 10. 35, 30, 15, 10, 10. Throw the beat on. 35, 30, 15, 10, 10. 35, 30, 15, 10, 10. That's right.
I got you. No. Listen, I was getting ready.
Yes.
I saw you go to Harlem Shake just now, man.
I was kind of off.
But look, so your credit is broken down into those 5 categories, right? 35% of your score is your payment history. 30% of your score is your usage ratio. 15% of your score is your credit history. So like how long you've had credit. 10% is your credit mix. The other 10% is new credit. So what happens is, yes, you might have that score, but they want to see credit mix. They want to see, have you been actively using your credit? Do you have new credit? How long have you had credit, right? And so we got to understand that, right? Because why? Because we have to spend money anyway. right? And so, why pay cash, right? Like if I know every single month because I drive, I spend about $300 worth of gas a month. Groceries because I got a family is probably like $500. So I already know $800 is gonna go out from money I get. Why not get a credit card? Pay my bill, all my bills with the credit card, and that $800 I pay off that credit card every month, right? So now, I'm gonna spend the money anyway. Mm-hmm. It's gonna leave my household anyway, but why not use it? Why? Because guess what? Rewards points, right? The more I use my credit card, the more rewards points I get. The rewards points, now I could go on a free vacation. Now if I'm flying coach, I can upgrade and go first class because I got these points. And so I think the earlier we start to learn about credit, the earlier we start to make the mistakes though too. Right? Because we don't want to wait till, it's time for us to buy a house, or it's time for us to get a car, it's time for us to invest in a business where it's the difference between financial life and death. We don't want to wait to that. We want to start getting that education early and start doing it as soon as possible.
He getting all the orders. He getting all the orders.
I gave him the hezzy.
Yo, go ahead, man. Put the camera on, because he going on right now.
Yo, hold on. It's on?
You can run it.
Go ahead.
Hey, yo, I gave you the hezzy,
yo,
the behind the back,
telling
you.
Listen,
you figure out
in those tights.
Look.
And the uniform.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, I get busy. I get buckets. But look, but look, you said.
So we got, this is our vodka plush.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to get our vertical on.
Wait, but hold on. See,
we trying to get our vertical on.
How are you holding it from right?
Oh, no.
Hey, y'all, look. Yo, make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all get the plush vodka.
Plum flavor.
Hey, yo. Make sure y'all tap in. This is a black-owned vodka, adult beverage, plus with the plum flavor. You know what I'm saying? With the beautiful, sexy bottle. You know what I'm saying? Gluten-free. So all of y'all out there that are making sure that you're doing it the right way, you got the gluten-free plum in the building. Officially by yours truly.
Yo.
Black-owned. Support your black-owned. You know what I'm saying? What Ho said? Imagine me drinking Belvedere when Puff got Ciroc.
And the Belvedere when we got Plum here.
Plum, you know what I'm saying?
Plush, sorry. Plush. I know you're no rapper.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Stop doing his rap.
Look.
I'll give him the back. I'll give him the back.
Listen.
I'm new. You got some.
I like to listen.
But
he says the picks.
I like to listen.
But through the conversation of vertical integration, right? That example that I gave is actually right?
And even with your hats, your tie, like the Catch Me on the Street merch, we do all our own merch. You know what I'm saying? Which
link in the bio.
We got something for you too.
Oh yeah,
we got something for you. We gonna wait though.
No, give it to him now.
You want it now?
Okay. Talking about merch, give it to him.
We give them to him now. This ain't. I know you on your hell kick.
Yeah.
This is a different type of food.
Okay.
Food for thoughts.
Huh? Because we know you from a certain place.
Yes, sir.
We got some love for the
Big Harlem.
We got love for the place.
Yeah.
Hella
Harlem.
You know what I'm saying?
If you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
We definitely got. We want you to know we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
And you over there helping out
for sure.
all of us.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't care how old you are. It's never too late to learn.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Start soon.
For real, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you get ready to do something with the Listeners Network. Right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, what's because I know you got some podcast things coming soon.
Yeah. So
Did I let the cat out?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So through being the creator of Hip Hoponomics, you know what I'm saying? Fresh out the ESCO, Illmatic Investor as well. We decided to create a podcast called Hip Hoponomics, which is, debuting on the Listeners Network.
I know those guys. I know some of those guys.
Some of those guys, good guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good guys. But we're gonna do it on the Listeners Network, where really we're just taking the concept of the books and just making it live. Let's have some live conversations with some artists, with some executives, with people who understand the economics of music and how do we tie that into finance. Let's do some hip hoponomics live. Let's go to different neighborhoods, right? Let's go to Brooklyn. Let's go to Tennessee. Let's go to Detroit. Let's go to these different places and really curate small masterminds, if you will, workshops where we can have real conversations, and those conversations are impactful with how-tos, with, all right, now that we've given you this information, what is the next step that you need to take in order for us to collectively build as a community? So that's what Hip Hoponomics is.
And make sure on the board you always have a lyric of the day.
Facts.
And make sure they can see that. And that's what we're
tie it in.
Listen.
That's fire. I'm doing that. That's fire.
Even when you look at Georgia, the one great thing about Georgia is, especially Atlanta.
Yeah.
That community, the black community, really support a lot of things. They support a lot of things.
Yeah.
And you look at outside.
Outside of the asses, we got some money out there. Black wealth.
And to actually have that, a lot of those same idealistic goals that they're doing down there spread throughout America.
Yeah.
That would be something to see.
1,000. And think about this, for like Atlanta is the best vision of it, right? Because I love New York. But what happens in Atlanta don't happen in New York. Why? Because we have the syndrome where we want to be the man, right? Like, we all good when we all on the same level, we good. But when it starts to look like somebody's going to the next level, we have a lack mentality. And so our lack mentality automatically says, oh, he's about to leave us. And that's where that crab in the barrel mentality comes out. That's where the snakes come out, right? Because we feel like, from a lack perspective, we feel like somebody about to leave us. And we like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. So we sabotage. We poke holes in the boat so it can sink. Opposed to, like in Atlanta, where if somebody rises, we understand that now this person is a resource. This person is going to help. And it happens because Atlanta has been a black city for over four decades, right? And so, it's not unnatural for black people to be in power. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that, we have to start now using Atlanta as a model and saying, you know what, y'all, let's get rid of this lack mentality. Let's have an abundance mindset. And let's understand that in order for us to go far, we got to go together. That's the only way it's going to work. And so when we start to show it, all right, you know what? We did it in Atlanta. All right, let's go to Detroit. Yeah. Oh, we did it in Detroit. All right, let's go to LA. Yeah. Oh, let's go to New York. And then what happens is we make collaboration cool. So now the suckers who are the gatekeepers right now, there's no space for you. Yeah. Now we go back to giving them wedgies. Let's give suckers wedgies. You know what I'm saying?
Let's give a wedgie to do it again the next day. Somebody want to gun you down or something like that.
Facts.
Man. All I want to say is thank you. Thank you for coming. And please, I want you to know you're always welcome.
Look. I'm good on any Martin Luther.
Talk that talk, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Any Martin Luther. Now,